How's it going? Jonathan Dunkerley here. You can call me Dunk. Today, we are going to chat about how to make passive income with things like AI and repurposing our content. I dive deep into affiliate marketing and how to make money online strategically so we're not just burning our time. I like to make things as automated as possible because every automation frees up a little bit of time. That's what we want, right? We want our time back. Yesterday, we recorded a live stream. All the links are in the description on YouTube. If you wanted to check that out, I've been using StreamYard. I go live with you. We hang out and it's fun. I get to show you what I'm working on and it's pretty cool. Then take the live and I save the version that you're watching right now. This is yesterday's live. I can come right here where it says download and I can hit download and download the entire thing, the audio or the transcript. Also, I could hit edit and repurpose. And if you click edit and repurpose, it will bring you to a page like this, where I can either choose vertical or horizontal. I don't think that this works very well, in all honesty. So I end up using a tool called Descript to do my repurposing of my long form or my lives, just because you don't want to come across a short that looks like this, do you? Maybe I'm crazy. Zoom into fit. No, it's not even doing that. That's not even it. That's the timeline. So I've tried to play around with this and just see what works. You can do this type of editing where you could just go and find the spot and then trim it. So it's mostly just about trimming. The problem is that unless you are recording it in vertical, I don't think it's going to repurpose your content for you. Now, if you just wanted to cut out a piece of your video real quick, this is a great way. Maybe I wanted to clip out something right here and grab the part on this timeline at the bottom and do my quick clip. This works just fine. But again, just look right here. They say it's in beta, so don't judge them too hard. It's a new feature, but it is another way to repurpose it. I just wanted to let you know it's there. But you could also hit this edit and where is it? Come down to the bottom. If you come down to the bottom, what I do is when I go live, it gives me this little option where it says, do you want to record everything? And I just record everything locally. And that's also a really great tool if you bring guests on and you want to repurpose your content. So say you were recording a podcast, you could use this tool to bring a guest. We want to upload an edited version of it that's high quality. Like I'm using a 4K camera right now. I'm only streaming in 1080, but if I wanted, I could record 1080 or 4K image on my screen. But if you come down to the bottom here, there's a couple different options. I can just hit download and it's going to give me these options. Download all is the same thing as well, but I can hit download all, that one. It's on. It's the same button, just right next to each other. No real reason to have two. And you can also do just the audio only versions if you wanted to. There's also this export button. If you are an Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, or DaVinci Resolve user, you could export it and then do all the editing there. It's a great way for you to record it with something like this, or especially if you use the highest level, you could do multiple camera angles. Cool. So what I do is save this layer right here, just this one where it says recording, which is what you're seeing right now on screen, like what you're seeing on camera right now would be this recording. Then I also come down here and save this one where it just is the camera only. Then I go over here and I take those two files and I come over to Descript, which is a tool that I'm using here. And this is one of the ways that I monetize my content because ads are great to have some extra revenue. It just occurred to me that I didn't do one other thing that I need to do real quick. Ads are great, but they don't always have consistency. If YouTube changes a policy, then it could affect how you're making your money. So I like to focus on things like recurring affiliate products. And those could be high ticket or just recurring, whichever one works best for you. For instance, Descript. If you wanted to use Descript, I could tell you about it one time and I get paid. Then there's some tools that are just recurring. And those are the ones I like to focus on. Before you know it, they make me $40 each recurring product that I'm promoting a month. But what if we do some simple math? Maybe you're making $40 from one referral, and then the next month you make 2 more referrals. Now that's $120. And again, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just trying to show you how it works and how it compounds. So maybe you have something like after a couple months, you're making couple $1,000s in recurring income from one product. Maybe you are promoting several products. You see how maybe you're trying to get to $10,000 a month. Do this for a couple months, and yeah, you're going to be able to get that. And now on top of that, I like using YouTube, which YouTube has a whole bunch of other monetization systems. Just let everybody know that you're live. Another thing, I don't know if you use School. If you don't and you wanted to start something, start your own community, it's school101.com. One thing I noticed is that if it's a live stream, it doesn't embed. I know, it's weird. There you go. So people come and join and hang out during the live. Now that's out of my head. Okay. So I take those two files, like I was saying, we were over in StreamYard, which was recording the video. Let's just start with this one right here, this talking head portion, the whole recording of my live stream. What do I do with this live stream from yesterday? I came over. There's a browser version of this, but there's also a desktop version for both Mac and Windows. You just take the video file and drop it into Descript. What Descript will do, and if you want to follow along, I've used many editors, and this is one of my favorites. I drop it in, and it creates a closed caption file, which makes it so easy to edit. If I was going to edit this further, I could just highlight something. If I deleted that, it's gone. And then I just jump back and forth between this timeline at the bottom and the text up here. I'm able to just watch through my video and delete the parts that I don't want. If there's something that I need to go to a traditional editor, all I do is just zoom to the more traditional style editor. The combination of these two makes it easy for me to get through my footage. I could just zoom through the footage real quick. I love it. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. I'm just going over how I am repurposing my content with these tools. This is the reason why I'm able to edit in a browser. It uploads the file and then converts it into the best format for Descript to edit in. I've been able to export in different frame rates because Descript will convert it into whatever it needs to be. Once that's done, I can jump into a browser. That's another thing that's really cool. If you have an older computer and you're oh no, I didn't do it. I made a mistake, guys. I didn't put my phone on do not disturb in my hourly 5 spam calls. There we go. Do not disturb. Gosh, I've been getting an insane amount of telemarketer spam calls over the last week and a half. They must have gotten my number on some list. I use what incognito to remove myself from those lists. I'm sure I got on some lists that they're trying to get me off of right now. Ugh, I hate those things. Descript uploads the footage into the cloud, converts it into whatever format it needs. Then I can come to a computer, like a browser. It's a Chrome-based browser, and I can actually edit directly from this browser. Down below, I have Descript as an app on my computer. It's not going to take a whole bunch of processor power on my computer because it's doing it all in the cloud. Now, the next thing that I could do is I come over here to this tab. This wasn't here when I first started Descript. So just so you know, this video was about an hour and 15 minutes long when it started, and the final output is about 46 minutes long. You see how much I was able to cut out of this video just by hitting a few buttons. So what I did, just so you know, is I first start with shorten word gap. It's not going to give me too much. I'll give you an example. Say I'm trying to edit something and I'm trying to show you something in my video, and I just get quiet for a second. You know, my script will just detect that quiet point depending on what settings I had it set as. I could say how long of a gap it's looking for and how short to shorten it to. When you do that, it's going to immediately shorten your video, because one thing that I've learned in my time editing is most of the time that you're going to be spending editing is getting rid of all of the crap that you don't want in your video. When I first started editing, which was like late 90s, it was a different world back then as far as editing. We didn't get anything done fast. But what I would do is I would cut out everything I didn't want and I try to be left with what I wanted. What we would typically do is take our tape, watch through the tape, and mark our in and out time code points for a clip that we actually wanted in our video. And then we'd have to run it in real time to go and record all those different pieces off of the tape. This can go through regular tape all the way to digital tapes. It was the same thing until complete digital cameras came out. And that's a game changer in itself. The fact that I could just click that and it's shave off those other parts. For edited videos that I do, often when I'm editing, I'll keep quiet when there's something that I want cut out. It's the same tool that will help you with both your edited videos and your repurposed videos. So I'm able to hit this one button where it says remove retakes. If I'm quiet during parts it won't cut out. If I'm talking and I'm saying, hey, welcome to Entrepreneur's Toolbox. My name is John. Ugh, I messed up. Hey, my name is John. And if you look down over here, it detects a similar phrase and it thinks that's a repeat, it will flag it. And then you could just either click accept all flags or you can go through them and just double check them if you want, which does take a little bit of time just to go and look through each one. But I've had a point where I just click the button and a video goes from like an hour-long video to a 20-minute video to edit. Now, let me go on to the next section. For this type of video, I don't really take out the retakes because there aren't really retakes when I'm live. I may fumble over my words, but I am not repeating myself over and over again in this type of video. And again, if you are wanting to follow along with what I'm doing, Easy AI Edits is the place to check it out. It is my Descript affiliate link. It helps support this channel if you do go through that link. So we've looked at remove retakes, which that's more for edited videos. I'll do a better example of that once I shoot some more raw footage. But then I like to take out filler words. All of these things that fill in the silence because we can't think of what we're saying on the fly. It will scan those and you could either click the button to remove them all, or it will give you a list along the side. You could tell it to skip it if you want to take it off the list. And when you're done, just hit the button and everything that's left over will be removed. I can even get down into some of these other ones in just a second since we're going over this stuff. But let me just finish going over how I shrink this. So also, it's not the one I'm going to talk about right now, but studio sound. If you have bad audio, it's a game changer sometimes. Just one click, it balances your audio. It just saves some pretty bad audio that I've had by mistake. One time I was recording from a tiny mic on my laptop next to my fan, and it saved the audio. Just say, if you want another reason that I like this tool. Now, this is the one that I've been using for these live stream repurposes. I'm going to do it for this live right now that we're watching. I'm going to take this live and chop it into another video. You could take a live stream and chop it into just one video, or you could chop it into 2 or 3, whatever makes sense in your format. Here I got to go to edit for clarity, and you're going to have 3 different options. I've been experimenting with the 3 different options for edit for clarity. I find that low is just, it's not really doing much. It took an hour and 15-minute video and made it an hour and 10 and just chopped off about 5 minutes of stuff. And I felt like it still felt very much like a raw video with a bunch of mistakes in it. It will be cut out unless unless I don't. I found that at least on my style of video, you're going to need to test it. Maybe it's a recording that you're going to just try and have it auto edit. Record your video and just have it either, if you do it heavily, I found every other word or every other sentence is just cut out and it feels like this choppy mess. And I don't like that. I'd rather have a long flow of conversation like I'm having right now and have it find the spots that make sense to cut out. Medium, I felt like it was a good middle ground. Another thing that Descript does is it will clone your voice. This was actually one of the earliest features of it. It was pretty cool. They bought a AI cloning tool before it was cool to have an AI voice clone. Uh, they took that AI voice clone tool and integrated it into their podcast tool. Descript used to be a podcast tool, which is really cool that they were able to turn a podcast audio tool into a video tool, but it started off as that. So what it was back then, and I did this when it first came out, it took a long time to get it done. You'd get people that would need to record like 20 hours of audio recordings. They would give you these scripts that you'd have to read through. I would do, okay, I'm going to get 3 hours done today. I actually went through the process of cloning my voice the old way. It would take segments and samples of your voice and try to turn it into the proper way that you're going to speak. So now what I did, and I created that voice and I still have that AI model in my Descript. It's a legacy model, but I created this new one. I have one Jonathan, which is my actual cloned voice through their whole AI clone voice system. And then I have this new one, which I just named Dunk because I go by Dunk. If you're looking for me on social media, I'm probably going by Dunk. What it will do is auto edit using AI speech and take samples of my voice that I upload consistently into Descript. So, for example, I'll take my voice and tag it every time with this voice that says dunk. So even if I'm not going to use my voice to change it at all, or I just tag dunk as the voice. And every time that I make a new video, I'm actually training the model to sound like me better. It's giving additional samples of my voice to increasingly help the model become a better AI voiceover for me. So now when I click this, if there's something that I say wrong or I fumble over my words, maybe there's a word I skip, or maybe I mumble my voice. Now what it could do is it will actually take the AI voice and AI generate me saying something different. And I think the real stickler, the thing that's really cool, is it will actually reanimate my mouth. It will change the way my mouth moves. I haven't tried putting my hand in front of my mouth while I'm doing it, but it will reanimate my mouth so I don't need to re-say the thing. This doesn't really matter if you're not on camera, but if you are, that little extra touch, like they're like, "Oh, Jonathan, he did say that." And that alone, I think I spent more time explaining to you how these features work than it would have taken me to actually repurpose this video. Now, uh, you could choose if you want to watch through the entire video. This end video is 46 minutes. If you want to just watch through one time and see if there are any obvious mistakes, that's up to you. But it makes such a huge difference on how much time I'm spending on repurposing it. So I go live with you. I take that one piece of live content. Again, if you don't want to go live, record your video. I'm just trying to give you an extra piece of content for the price of one. So now I could take that, turn this into an uploaded video, shave off the 30 minutes of fluff that's not necessary in the video. I'm sure there's 30 minutes of fluff in this video already. Maybe not 30, but we're only been live for 25 minutes. Okay. So now I could just publish it. And another really cool thing about Descript, yeah, you could see it. Or another really cool thing about it is when I render it, I can click this right here and it's going to launch a link that lets me either I now say you don't even want to do that 30 minutes of stuff, you could actually send it to an editor. Now you could just see the edit live anytime that your editor is, if somebody else is editing for you, or if you want to just deliver it to somebody. Now, if I just shared you this link, you'd be able to download a copy of this video. Power to you. I'm able to take a video and download it from anywhere, share it to anybody just by clicking the little download button right here. And then if you are having a collaboration with somebody, I can click this little button right here. I highlight it, something like that, and I can leave a note here, say comment. This is my name. There we go. So now if I'm collaborating with somebody, somebody's going to go like, oh, what's this? If there's an issue with it, see resolve. I can make notes on it for an editor. That is my name. And that way I could make notes on individual parts based off the closed caption. And it's not, hey, that part about 3 minutes in, I'm not really sure, but I could just say this exact part. I highlight it and make a note on it for my editor. Assuming you have an editor, I'm just giving you an example. You don't have to have an editor. There's a lot of things that you could do automatically. But one thing that I would say is if you're going to spend 10 minutes doing something, that's 10 minutes of your time. Just why you spend 10 minutes when you could have somebody else do it, even if it's 10 minutes. It does take me a little bit longer than 10 minutes. Now, I want to go over a few other things. Let me show you this before I move on. You could also add chapters here. One thing that I do is I go to show notes. There's a couple different spots that this shows up, but if you hit submit, you don't even have to add anything extra. It will give you a description in show notes. You don't have to do that, but I go after it for this right here. So if I just copy that and I put it in the description on YouTube, it's going to create chapter markers for the entire video just by pasting this into the description. You don't need it. It could even be way at the bottom. If somebody clicks this, it will actually increase your view count by one of the shortcuts. But the reason I added it more than anything else is because YouTube is owned by Google. I want to be perfectly clear that view count is not important on YouTube. It's more about the minutes because views could be faked. Real minutes are what really matter. Google and YouTube are the two top search engines on the planet. YouTube is the top video search engine and Google is the top search engine. Some other search engines are trying to give Google competition with all the AI stuff coming out. AI is a great tool. You're able to get each one of your videos potentially discoverable on Google. Not every one of these is going to be perfectly searchable, but sometimes live streaming tips and tools might be searched on YouTube or Google. Google might serve up a link directly to this chapter, not directly to your video. Somebody searched live streaming tips and tools. There's a chapter in Jonathan's video that actually answers this question, just this one video or one chapter. Now people are going to be able to go to Google, find that one link, and it could potentially send them to your video, getting affiliate sales, potentially getting you ad revenue, and potentially growing your email list. You see how repurposing your content and just doing these little extra things could actually really help you. I want to make sure that you knew about that little hack right there before I showed you the next part. Now we have this section where it says eye contact right here. I wanted to make sure this is the laziest way that I could think of to make money with AI. Maybe you could also just generate additional images or videos. But as far as being on camera, creating your own content, this is the laziest way for you to take your own content and utilize AI to make it so it is something that's going to get you the traffic that you need to make money. If you're on camera, eye contact's a good one. You could make it so people make eye contact with you. Let's see what happens. I'm going to turn eye contact. See, I'm not looking at the camera right now. I'll be perfectly honest, but let's we'll come back to this. It takes a little while for it to add. This is a really big file, but it's going to add it and it's going to make eye contact. Then we could also come back here. I'll keep on showing you the different features. If you have multiple people on camera, center active speaker, it could be like if we're having a conversation, then we're going to be able to have the active speaker popping up automatically versus me having to toggle back and forth manual editing. Green screen, if there's a green screen behind me, I could hit this little green screen button. But I personally don't like the green screen feature. The green screen feature works fine, but I like the Chroma key feature, which is just another filter you could use. I just think it works better than green screen. Do the same thing. The automatic multi-canvas, similar to what I was just saying, centering the speaker. It won't work for me right now because I only have one layer and one speaker. And then this is what I'm going to get into this in a second because I'm going to use the other clip in order to repurpose. I don't like the fact that, yeah, right here, I'm full screen, but in the rest of the video, I'm in a little box in the corner. Even though my camera is 4K, I'm only streaming in 1080. There we go. I got this little tiny box right there in the corner. Would you rather see me talking during a short? Let me know in the comments. I'm actually curious. Would you rather see me talking in a short with my face, or would you rather just see an image of the software? What would you connect more with? A bit of software or a bit of my face? Okay, so I'm going to go back over here to, excuse me. We'll go over more of this stuff in just a bit because we have a repurpose, but I'll just show you these last two tabs and then we'll jump back over to repurpose. You can draft titles. These are all things to help you create your content. Show notes. Say I'm doing a podcast, I can hit a button, create show notes. Or if you have a Patreon, say, hey, if you'd like to have the show notes for my live stream, they're available in my Patreon. Maybe you have an NFT and you say, hey, if you hold my NFT, you get access to the show notes for free. It doesn't matter. Otherwise, you have to subscribe to this membership. So many ways to gamify something that you could do. So you could say show notes, YouTube video description, draft social posts, give it different social networks, professional networks, give it some information, custom instructions, and it will generate. Honestly, what I like to do is larger numbers. See, it will do up to 10. I'd rather just generate 10 social posts. It's really just taking the transcript and generating it, but I'm not going to give it any special instructions. Let's quickly see what it gives us based off that. So here we go. It's going to give me 10 different posts, even if you get a couple of them. What I recommend is once you find one that you like, you can give it as an example. All of these could be good content reach. All of these would be good like Twitter or Instagram posts. I personally don't like saying the name of the tool in my posts, but find the one that works and put that in there and it will generate more like it. Just like that, I have social media posts that support this video on the same topic as this video. And then At the bottom, we have a brainstorm, write a script, write an outline, rewrite. It's just about making your content better. Now I'm going to go back over to the project. I had uploaded this file right here. So this is just the same exact video, the same exact live stream that I had just done, except the difference in this one is that it's just a file of my face. And you can see that I've actually already trimmed this down a little bit. I took the video and I trimmed out both the dead space, and then I also cut out all of my ums and my filler words just to get it started. Ironically, there's just some right here. I guess I didn't cut out the ums and filler words on this one. So there might be a little bit of extra text. If you need to rearrange your centering of your big camera, see, there's actually a whole bunch of unused footage. I could readjust this if I needed to. See, if I wanted more of that, or if I wanted it to be like a weird cutoff shot, or if I want to be centered, it's that simple. And then this is just a layer to give it a little bit more of a look. This is a template, by the way. Here's my text that's coming up on screen. And you could add more. You could add under stock if you wanted to. You can add some visuals, stickers, audio, music, or sound effects, whatever you need to make your repurposed short. All I did on these ones is I took a clip, found the audio part I liked, and trimmed it. What outputs from the AI is about 90% of the way there. And then I could just take the next button and just clean it up. The cleanup process takes that 15, 20 seconds, and then the video is done. So I hit a button, AI takes the hour and 15-minute video, found me. I told it to find me, I think in this particular one, what did I end up with? So yeah, 14 videos. I was able to take this video and create 14 shorts from one video. So just think about that. I created 14 shorts in one click from this video. And you're like, oh, they're not as good. Cool. Do more. Create more. But in just one click, it gave me 90% of the way done for 14 videos. Actually, it's in the other tab. I'll show you in a second. I'll upload my process. You do whatever you want. If you want to upload them all in chunks, one after another, that's you. And let me actually just switch to the other tab. I'll have to switch back and forth. Actually, is this? No. I got to see if I'm on the right account. I am. Happy day. There we go. Okay. So I've started doing these lives again because I feel like this is the best way for me to help you. And then I can repurpose this. I've learned these strategies from people that are doing this and doing it even better than I am. So I'm just telling you, like, it works. I've gone live 3 times so far, not counting today, this week. I've gone live before, but I didn't always stick with it like I should have. I'll be perfectly honest. I need to. But right here, you can see right here's where I started uploading them. And you can say, oh, now this video got 515 views. Cool. This one that posted only got 13. Maybe it will have more. If not, oh, it took me 30 seconds to make. This one got 32. This one just posted. And as they keep on going, you're going to get more that are like this. Some are going to pop off and get thousands of views. What happens, I could have it generate some generic descriptions just to paste in here because you could be discovered with shorts on YouTube with SEO, just like anything else. The reason why we're making these shorts is actually because of this. I don't think it's going to let me pop up. No, it will. So you see, that was just a new one that just went out. Make sure I get these lined up. So here's a live stream right here. This one right here with the laptop screen. I've been generating all of my thumbnails for the past couple days with an AI generating tool where I trained my face. All of these ones right here, starting with this thumbnail, are AI generated images of my face. It looks pretty darn close to me. I think it looks a little younger than me. Maybe I didn't feed enough of my haggard pictures into this video. This video right here is the edited one, and this one, easy AI edits, is a repurpose of that. Then this one gets repurposed to do another one. You get the point. The idea is that I could have one live stream. Maybe I go live 5 days a week. I could then take that live stream, go over to Descript. Don't want to use Descript? Power to you. I know CapCut has an auto edit feature. Personally, I feel like it sucks, but you do you. You do whatever works for you. But now I can promote a video. So this one, passive income with Descript AI, it's promoting this video that I did the other day. So now when you watch this video, I don't know if it's going to actually show it if I want. Let's find out if it does it on desktop. I never checked if it does it on desktop. There we go. Pause it. Is it gonna? No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. I think I can zoom. So see right here. Look at this. So at the bottom of a video, a short on YouTube, they give you. Can I zoom in that way? So we have right here. This is the name of the short, what I named it, and right here you're able to actually attach a video that you want to send the shorts traffic to. So I want to promote this video. Let's see if I go back over. There we go. So passive income with Descript AI, it's promoting this video. What I'm doing is I'm actually promoting the re-edited version, the re-upload. So that short is re-promoting this video right now. Maybe one of those videos pops off. Like I said, I made 14 shorts from that one video. So now I have 14 additional pieces of traffic that are sending traffic. Not just that stuff shows up on the shorts reel too, which means that it's going to send more people to my YouTube channel. It's going to send more ad revenue to my YouTube channel and potentially send people over there that are going to join my email list, as well as buy through different affiliate offers that I have. They're going to join my community, school101.com. If you did want to start your own school, but if you do want to join mine, it's school.com here. School, come wealth and autopilot. If you wanted to join my school community, all the stuff that I'm talking about right now, I talk about that stuff in school all the time. It is still a new community, still growing. See, I got a thumbs up for my post. Oh, I got an introduction right there. I've been bad. I didn't reply to the introduction yet. So whatever video you're promoting here, if you're able to get 10 shorts out of it, you got 10 more things directing you people to your channel. I'm trying to find things that are cool. So now I've repurposed my shorts into a whole bunch of different shorts. It's stupid how easy they are to create. Think about it this way. Say I go live 5 days a week. Let's math it for a second. Okay. So you go live 5 times a week and you get 7 shorts out of it, right? So each one gets you 7 shorts. That's 35. Now, if we divide 35 by 7, we have 5. That means you're going to be able to get 5 shorts. If you go live 5 times a week, you're going to get 5 long form live streams and 5 repurposed videos, maybe even more if you chop your video into smaller ones. Here's the part I'm going to talk about this. Maybe each one works as its own repurposed video and you don't have to do a whole other video. You can get 2 or 3 videos out of it instead of just one. And then you could spread them out. Maybe you don't want to go live as much, but it's easy content because I'm enjoying having a conversation with you. I feel like I'm helping you find the gaps that it took me a while to figure out. I'm one to always want things to be perfect. I can relate to that. Do I feel like my repurposes with AI are perfect yet? No, but they're getting mind-bogglingly better than they were not too long ago. Why are you doing this? To try and make money, be famous, or pay your bills? Do you want to help other people pay their bills? Maybe you're teaching something completely different than me. Maybe it's how to code. I'm just throwing out random examples. It could be how to do crafts. I have a friend that does crafts. You may have zero interest in trying to learn how to make money online, but you want to learn how to do crafts. There's always ways to monetize those with AI, passive income through affiliate marketing, all of these different options. You could always offer your own thing. I've seen people that have their own offer, and then in their videos, they're like, today's video is sponsored by blah, blah, blah. And it's their own thing. They're sponsoring themselves. Cool. But my point is like 5 shorts a day just by going live. I'll put it this way. Today's live.
I didn't plan it yesterday. I knew roughly what I was going to talk about, the same sort of topics. I did some reverse engineering from a couple different YouTube channels, looked for thumbnails that were relevant to what I wanted, a couple titles that I was able to reverse hack, see what's already working, go and create another channel or another video with a similar title and a similar thumbnail and create your own version of it. So that's what I did this morning. I used ChatGPT to help me generate a new title. A lot of my description is already there. It doesn't matter that it's a copy and pasted because a lot of it are my links. I created some new video tags and I pasted those. It took me 15 minutes to get the live ready, pasted everything into StreamYard, and I was ready to go. Like, turn on my lights in the background, which is pretty much me just pulling out my phone and hitting a few buttons and everything turns on. But you don't need all this garbage that I got behind me. This is just me one little thing at a time. Starts with one little light, and the next thing you know, you have a whole bunch of things that you're turning on in the background. But yeah, that's like anything that you want to promote on your channel, you can. It doesn't have to be affiliate marketing. Don't overthink it. That's a Govee light curtain. I took a black curtain. There's a mirror behind me, so I needed to cover up the mirror. I just threw a black curtain over the mirror and then a light curtain over the black curtain. And then over there, all it is 2 lights. I have my normal thing, and I guess I feel like I should add a little bit more light, but it's all good. There are 2 little lights, and that's it. I could probably make things brighter back there if I wanted to, but I like the darkness. I like it gloomy back there. You could have your living room in the backyard. It doesn't have to be perfect. Ooh, all right. And I pointed this out last time. You could use things like OpusClip if you wanted to, but I want to point out, I want to math it real quick with you. Let's try this out. Instead of me searching, how much does it cost a month? This is the ChatGPT web search. Cool. There you go. You got a free plan. You got the hobbyist for $12 a month. You have the creator plan, which is $24 a month. And then you have the business plan, which is $40 a month. I think that I must have been grandfathered in something. I think I had the creator plan. That's what it was. So if you were wondering, the plan that I'm working off is the creator plan. It's pretty affordable, like 20, even if you did the annual 24, but if you didn't, it's 35. So if you compared that to OpusClip to create these clips, which you're going to need to figure out exactly, it's just a separate software that charges you for the same thing that Descript includes. For $6 more a month, or if you do yearly, it's actually a little cheaper. If you're doing monthly, it is $6 less for this tool that does one thing compared to this tool that does all of these things. I had Opus and I canceled it because I was getting everything I needed from this. Cool. All right, I'm really enjoying going over Descript with you today. It's one of my favorite tools to make money with AI just because it simplifies so many things. I probably don't even utilize it to its full potential, but it is one of my favorite editing tools. No joke. So, and let's see. Awesome. Okay. Again, jump into my school community at school.com/wealth on autopilot. If you do want to follow along with my editing with Descript, ask me questions. You could jump into my school, ask me questions. If you wanted to grab my affiliate link, it's right there on the screen, easyaiedits.com. That's actually one thing that I enjoy doing a lot. I made a video that shows how I send stuff through Cloudflare in order to not get malicious link redirects. It's a whole thing. If you want, that's also on my YouTube channel. Awesome. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Let me just bring up my name again so you know who I am. Remember, my name is Dunk, Jonathan Dunkerley. I go by Dunk online. And yeah, if you want to find out more ways to make passive income with AI, and the ways that I teach them typically are with video and actually being able to find ways to take things that I used to have to do manually and just automate them as much as possible and create content that's actually valuable. I don't want spam content. If you enjoy making content like that, making passive income and freeing up your time, then join my community and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit a thumbs up. It really helps get more people to see these videos. Keep creating, keep earning passive income, and I will see you in the next video.